Our guys have been great. I think your passion and energy to playing the game of football kind of dictates how you handle things. And our guys love playing football, and they've had a really good couple weeks of prep, and I know they're excited to be here.
How do you prepare for a team where you might not necessarily know who's going to sign up and show up?
People always preach. People always preach standard, and if a standard's a real thing, then you're always just trying to be the best version of yourself. And they have a lot of good players. I mean, that's how they ended up in this position. And the guys that are going to play are there for a reason, and we know we're going to get the best shot. Ultimately, you set expectations and then you hold people to them, right? If it's a real thing, okay, then you're just trying to continually find the best version of yourself, both individually and collectively as a unit. And so you never reach your best version of yourself, because once you hit it, you're always trying to meet the next mark. And so that's how you go about, one, preaching to a standard and then trying to reach it.
We get to talk to you twice a year, basically, beginning and end. What's the growth been for your defense? Where do you think you made the biggest strides over the year?
There's a lot of maturing that's taken place. There's guys that maybe, whether they were older or younger, hadn't played a lot of football. There are obviously guys who had, and I just think their poise, their resiliency, their connection as a unit, those things have just grown leaps and bounds with each game we've gotten to play. The game still comes down to, no matter what you do schematically, comes down to blocking and defeating blockers, tackling and making people miss, winning one-on-one matchups in terms of coverage situations and run game and pass game, blitz situations. So I think when you look at people and how they're coached, a lot of it is shown with their technique and fundamentals. I like to think I know that we place a lot of emphasis on that from the top, and that's how you get better. That's a reflection of coaching more than what you do with your 11 guys on paper.
Throughout the year, as the other team scored on the first drive,
Yeah.
did you ever figure out what it was?
Every game was different. You can't. I think that we just had a stretch there where we didn't start well. That you can't pinpoint one specific thing. We went back, looked at every game, and the reasons were different. Whether it was call structure, whether it was tackling, whether it was execution, every single one of those games was different. Uniquely, we're a really strong team on third down statistically, and on those drives, I think the one thing you can pinpoint is we had opportunities to get off the field, and we did not when people scored on the first drive. So, hey, if you get off the field on third down, it's harder to score.
What was your message to the team in those situations? Do you have to just pull them aside?
I think if you have to give some special message in that moment, then you didn't go through your offseason the right way. Like we talk about our team DNA traits all the time, and we talk about being connected and having toughness and resiliency and composure. And if that's really a part of who you are, then in those moments, that's what you pull on. And the guys came over the sideline with great poise, and all they wanted to do was have the answers. And they took the answers they wanted the reasons, and then they wanted the answers. So we gave the reasons for why what happened. They digested the information, and then they went back out there and played football, which is all you can ask them.
How do you feel about Pop's decision with your interactions with him around?
I wish them the best, and obviously I care about them. And anytime you care about somebody and you have a time that you're no longer with each other, then that's what's best for him in this case. He decided, and I'll wish him the best from that standpoint. They're really mature. They approach their preparation the right way. They didn't start preparing differently when they got opportunities to play. They prepared that way, really starting with spring ball when they got here, going back to bowl prep last year when they were able to come in early. So I think that's ultimately the mark of a young player that is able to help you. A lot of times is relative to their maturity level and how they prepare, and because nobody gets to Georgia without ability.
Another linebacker, Jalen, he had to step up and hop down.
Jalen goes about his business the right way. He works really hard. He's a unique individual because he's able to play both inside and out. He helped us a lot on third down this year. We also had packages where he played off the ball on first and second down, and he's just grown leaps and bounds. This isn't something you can see. He rushed the passer his whole life. and he decided to take on the challenge of playing more off the ball in college because he knew that would be beneficial to him in the long run, because the more you can do, the more value add to your career. He's helped us a ton on third down. He's going to help us more on first and second down moving forward, and I'm excited about where he's going. Yeah, I really like the guys that we have, and I think that there's a lot of ability in that room, guys that are going to step up. When there's opportunity to step up, the guys who take advantage of it, they'll be the ones that are out there for us moving forward. And we have guys that have played for us this year that we believe in. That's why they've been out there in the forms and facets they have.